Very good morning to all. Today we will continue with the next uh, types of bandages under that one cover topic, that is a splint. Splint, the definition that we have already discussed before, that it is a rigid appliance, means it's a very rigid, it's a very sticky appliance, usually made up of wood or metal. Means a splint, it can be made of either wood or with the metal, which is tied to a fractured limb, which is tied means it is tied with the fractured limb to support it and prevent the movement from taking place at the sites of the fracture. A splint that is mostly used for the patients with the fracture, means it is used for the immobilization or to prevent the movements, to prevent the further displacements and to promote the healing. And second function is to provide a support. Okay, a small splints can be used in a patient with the pediatric, means the pediatric patients who are having the IV cannula that is fixed to prevent the displacement of it. A small splint it is used, but mostly the use of splint in adult is for a fracture, to support the fracture and to prevent a movements. So that's a definition. Repeating, it's a rigid appliance made up of wood or metal which is tied to a fractured limb to support it and prevent the movements from taking place at the site. Uses of the splints. If a splint is not used properly, then it may cause damage. It may cause further displacements. It may cause delay in the healing. And for that, some important points that are needs to be kept in mind for the application or for the care of the splint. Or you can also say that the principles, while applying the splint, the principles can be asked. Okay, first principle, that is make sure that the splint is well paid. Okay, because the splint that is we are applying under the injured part, means under any fracture or under any injury, so it must be well padded. If it is not padded, then the metal or wood material, it may cause irritation and it can cause injury to a patient's body. This is particularly important when the splints they are improvised, that is we are making from the pieces of any wood which are uneven. For example, we are making the splint with the help of hard any cardboard, then it is improvised splint, means other than the normal splint. Make sure that the splint is sufficiently long, means the length of splint should be enough that it can cover the whole joint, but it helps to immobilize the joints above and the joint below the fractures. Make sure that the bandage is used to secure. Means to secure the splint, we must do a bandages over that. The splint have the knot that is tied on the splint and not on the pliers. Means the knots that we are applying or we are tying, that is on the splint. Okay, I'm repeating these three principles, then we move to the further. First, that is properly padded, adequately padded to prevent injury to the patient's body. Next is a size of the splint. It must be sufficient long enough to immobilize joints, that is above and below both. And last, a securing of the splint with the help of the bandages, and they are secured on the splints. Next, splints that are mostly used in the orthopedics other than the plaster splints. Okay, so splints they occupy a very special place in the treatment of methodologists in the orthopedics. Means ortho, that is related to bones, means any breakdown of bone, any surgery of bone, or any that is related to ortho, that is related to only and only bone. In that, the role of splint that is very important. Any material which is reasonably hard, like a roller, newspaper, any cardboard, wooden planks, books, etc. They can function as splints. Mostly metal and wood, but if they are not available, then we can make improvised splints that we have discussed before. With these materials we can make improvised splint. These are crude and are mostly useful during the first aid treatment of bone and joint injuries. Means, for example, any patients they get injury at the home and we need to shift the patient to a hospital. So in that duration from home to hospital, the professional speeds they are not available. So we can immobilize the patient's joints or bone with the help of this newspaper, cardboard or books. Is a first aid treatment. Means it's a basic treatment for the bone and joint injuries. Next, there are refined splints that are used in the orthopedics. They are plaster of Paris, Thomas splints, Warren Brown, and aeroplane splints. Plaster of Paris, Thomas splints, Waller bone splints, and so first that is a plaster splint or plaster of Paris splints. Rather that the Thomas splint is there. It is a very commonly used splint in the orthopedic. The name why the Thomas because it was discovered by H.O. Thomas in the 1876 to assist for the ambulatory treatment of TB knee. Okay, ambulation that we already discussed, that ambulation that is removal of the body part means a below knee part that is removed is here the term is TB knee, that is tuberculosis of the knee is there and the part that is removed that is known as ambulatory treatment of TB. It is now widely used for the treatment of shaft fracture of the femur, knee injuries, etc. You already learned about the parts of the bone. So shaft you can understand the shaft fracture of the femur and knee injuries. The Thomas splint can be used. Uh, Here you can see that this is a splint that is applied over the whole leg of the patients and it helps to immobilize the leg, and that is a metal material. Next, that is parts of the thermal splints. A padded metal oval ring with the soft leather set at an angle of 120 degrees to the inner bar. Two side bars, one inner and other outer, of equal length in the bisects the oval, and the distal end where the two side bars they are joined in the form of a W. Outer side bar is angled 2 inches below the padded ring to clear the prominent greater trochanter. The previous diagram. Okay. You can see there's the two side bars are there here, 2 inches angulation at the outer bar or outer surface. Uses to immobilize the fracture of femur as a first stage measure to immobilize the lower limb injuries, for transportation of the injured patients, and last in the treatment of joint disease like tuberculosis of knee, septic arthritis, etc. So these are use of the splints. Next, that is boiler bond splint, that is BB splints. It consists of a heavy metallic frame with 4 pulleys. Proximal pulleys to prevent the foot drops. Pulleys matlab they are some materials that helps to pull the parts. Second, that is to apply the traction in the line of femur. Third, to apply traction in the line of supracondylar area of femur. And last, to apply traction in line of the legs. Okay, so these are four types. So we can see that the which are covered under the Bohler-Bonds splits. Okay, so it mainly there are four pulleys or four pulls are used under the Bohler-Bond split, that is proximal to prevent the foot drops. Second, to apply the traction in the line of femur. Third, to apply traction in the line of supracondylar areas. And fourth, to apply traction in the line of the legs. Okay, so this is a diagram of the molar bonds splits. Next, that is indication. A skeletal traction is applied through the spine for comminuted trochanteric fracture of the femur. Traction, that is some pulling force. Traction simple meaning कि खींचना. Okay, so there are mainly two types. That is, first one is the skeletal traction, means that is apply, and sometimes you can see in the orthopedic wards कि कोई ભારે ઈંટ કે એવું પણ પેશન્ટ્સના લેગ પર લગાવીને હેંગ કરેલું હોય છે, તો that is a means of the traction. It is also used for the treatment of the fracture shaft, femur, and supracondylar fracture of a femur. Rarely it can be used for the fracture shaft of the tibia and the fibulas. An important precaution which should be taken while using the Bohler-Bonds splint is to provide support at the fracture sites and not at the knee joint to prevent angulation, especially in the supracondylar fracture of the femurs. These are the indications or the uses of the Bohler-Bonds splints. Problems. The materials that is very heavy, metallic materials, wood materials, so nursing care is difficult. It is very heavy and cumbersome. It is associated with the problems like Bayes-Shaw, hypostatic pneumonia, and renal calculus, because the patients they are not able to move because the higher sprints or heavy sprints they are applied. Next, pneumostatic splints or pneumatic. In simple terms, pneumatic, that means the air. Okay. So the splints they are filled with the air, that is known as the pneumatic splints. These are the present generation splints, and they are most aesthetic, light, and effective. Okay, they are mostly very light because only the air is filled inside the splints, and they are also very effective. They consist of the splints. They are made up of the pneumatic material and can easily apply to the limb by inflating it with the air. मतलब अंदर हवा भराई and પછી we can use the splints. They provide a tight fit and they are more comfortable to the patients because there is a very lightweight and comfort level is higher. It is very easy to carry. Means most of the ambulance today carry these splints which are easy to transport, unlike the any cruise, any hard Thomas splints. They are difficult to carry, but the pneumatic splints they are very easy. Okay, here you can see that this is a pneumatic splint. Next, care of the splints. What are the nursing care that must be done? This is important question. Rest the types, they are not important for you, but they are just for the knowledge. First is the padding. What is padding? If you remember that padding, that is covering of the splint, must be adequately padded, should be well padded at the bony prominences and at the sites of the injury so that it prevents the irritation of the skin. Next is the bandages, means to fix the splint. The bandages should be tied with the optimal pressure. Next is the exercise. Okay. Active exercise of the joints and muscles should be permitted within the splints. After the application of the splints also the active exercises can be done. Next, checking. We are daily checking and the adjustments of the splints they are recommended as per the doctor's order. Next, neurovascular status. Neuro matlab nervous and vascular that is blood. Okay. So distal neurovascular status should be assessed daily. If the area they have proper blood supply or not, you can give a some peach to check the sensation over the path. Okay. So care, I'm repeating. First, that is speeding, it should be adequate. Next is bandaging to secure. Active exercises of the joints and muscles. Next, checking, daily checking and adjustments of the sprints. And lastly, neurovascular status in the distal means away. Distal neurovascular status should be assessed daily. Nursing care for the patients, they are treated with the sprints. Okay, nursing care assumes extreme importance in the patients they are treated with the sprints, as most of the patients they are severely injured there and they are bedridden. So a nurse must give all care to which is required and which is necessary for the bedridden patient. First, that is take the consent. Okay, that is informed consent. That is patients they are willing to take the procedures. They are willing to take all the medications. So we need to take the consent. Next, inform the patients or explanation of the procedure to the patients to gain their cooperation. Next, remove any tight fitting clothes, means if any tight clothes are there and change them into easy to wear dresses. Patients should wear a loose material dresses. Next care, clean the affected sites, means we have to clean the affected sites to prevent the infection. Select right size of the sprints or select appropriate size of the sprints. Next, adequately pad the pressure points and the perineum, is properly padding should be done. Apply a splint gently, means smoothly and gently we should apply a splint. Check for the tightness of the weight cord, means if any traction devices are used, then we have to check for the tightness. If it is too tight, then we have to make it loose. After application, check for the peripheral pulses and the nerve functions, means after the application we have to check for pulse, means the patients they are having proper heart pulse rates are there. Next, the nerve functions, that is sensation, are proper or not. Apply proper weight as per the directions of the surgeon, means under the direction we are applying the weight. So what is the weight that must be decided by the surgeons. Foot and elevation may be required to give the counter traction. Foot end મતલબ પેશન્ટ્સના પગ જે છે એને એલિવેટ કરે છે. It may be required to give the counter traction. Okay. Maximum permissible weight limits. તો કયું ટ્રેક્શન હોય તો કેટલું વેઇટ્સ આપણે હેંગ કરી શકીએ કે ટ્રેક કરી શકીએ. તો સ્કિન ટ્રેક્શન હોય તો 4 to 5 kg અને skeletal ટ્રેક્શન હોય તો 8 to 10 kg weight can be used. Next, nursing care after application of the sprints, they check the pressure points and perineum every day for abnormal pressures, tight the weight cord, or increase or decrease the weight as per the advice of the doctor. Next, bedpan and urinals has to be given with the care to avoid disturbance to the injured sites. When patients they are not able to walk, they are not able to move, so bedpans and urinals they are given in the bed. Care of the back is very important to prevent the bed sore. Here, every foundation procedures that must be given by a nurse. Okay? So back care procedures to prevent the bed sore. Sponge bath that is given to patients, that is every day a daily sponge bath is given. Next, bed sheet should be changed every day. It must be covered with proper rubber sheets to prevent the soiling of the bed. Attend to the hair, means hair care, in that hair washing, hair combing, nail cutting, all things. Next, arrange to supply proper diet to the patients being treated on the sprints, means proper nutrition is provided, and instruct the patient to carry out the active exercise of the unaffected joints. Okay, instruct the patients that they can do the active exercise, means the unaffected joint which is free, it doesn't have any splints, they can do the active exercise of that joints. And last, that is a isometric exercise. For the immobilized joints, means the mobilized joints, they can do the isometric exercise, or we can consult a physiotherapist for the exercise. Change the splints if the canvas gets soiled, means if it is very dirty, it's very soiled, then we can change the splints. If traction, that is two types, skin traction and skeleton, either that is applied through the splint, then the nursing care should proceed on the lines that is described for the treatment on the traction. Okay, for traction, which nursing care it is required, that we have already discussed. Okay, so that is all about the splints and traction devices. Most important question, that is nursing care with the patients with the splints or with the any traction, that is important question. Okay, thank you. If any doubt, you can ask me.